So what is the G4 guitar method? The G4 guitar method is a unique system of learning guitar that works especially well for beginners. I'm going to quickly show you what you get and then give you a quick overview as to how it works. Now in the method you start off, there's 5 main downloads, and this one here is the G4 method itself. It's easy to follow. It's got the essential skills, what we call the 7 essential skills, and through this you'll get things where you can put in your details so you can use it with the teacher, which is great. It goes through areas of practice, the way to sit. It talks about checklists, and it basically explains that there's a layout here which goes through the 7 skills there. It tells you the things that you need to remember, the important areas. It gives you a whole page there on understanding how it works, understanding the different skills and the way that you need to practice and learn. And this is really important to the method itself. So it's not just a kind of how to play guitar, but it actually goes through what to do and how it all works, and there's a lot of psychology in it as well. This is the practice log where we get you to fill in your times. So you can see there's a page on each explaining to you what the different skills are and what you need to know and understand, and as well as introducing you to those skills. So that's that. There's a whole bunch of, it goes right through all the skills there, and then there's a practice section at the end along with a performance section and so forth, and lots of extra pages there. So that's the first one, that's the method itself. So now we'll go to the second one. This is the scales. Now these are what complement the method. This is where you'll refer to, the method will ask you to go to these. Now what happens is that this will have a bunch of scales that you will need to learn in order to complete the method. Now if you don't know what scales are, that's okay, because that's explained in the method itself. It's very simple book. And then we have what we call the rhythm book, and this has over 100 rhythm exercises, again explaining how to use this book, and it will go through the different kinds of rhythms that you need. So if we have a look at this first page here, you can see it says lesson 1. It's very simple, quarter notes, simply playing 1, 2, 3, 4, and these little symbols next to it mean to repeat. So there's a whole bunch of them that are progressive. If you go to lesson number 2, you can see it gets a bit harder. We introduce 8th notes and so forth. So there's a whole bunch of exercises there that will help you with rhythm, and that's called rhythm 1 because we will be making rhythm 2, 3, etc. Then the next one here is reading music, and I think it's important to learn to read music, and this is a book designed exactly for that. It will take you through, it will explain to you why you should read and why many guitarists actually do not read. And there is a very good reason to learn to read, and it's worth having a read of that. And then it goes through and explains all the different things that you need to know in order to be able to read and understand written music. And then it starts off here, and you've got a whole bunch of exercises, some music theory basics there as well. And then it goes through the first string exercises and gets you progressively learning how to read music on the guitar. Okay, so that's the reading music book. And then the 5th book here is the music theory. And theory is a big part of it. If you learn music theory, you'll understand what you're doing. It'll make the guitar much easier, and it'll help to make sense. So and there's a whole bunch of lessons there teaching you everything from very simple things as to the musical alphabet through to intervals and understanding the keys, major and minor keys, etc. So even if you've been playing for a while and you don't have a good understanding of theory, it's worth it just to get the theory book, because there's a whole bunch of lessons in there that will really explain how things work and will be great for anybody. Now, that's the 5 books there. So let's have a look at what else is involved. Now I'm going to bring over here, this is what we call the student checklist, and this is how the method works. What happens is there's a whole bunch of checklists, and so you start off with the first. This is a junior, we've got junior and senior. I'll just quickly show you, that's the senior checklist there. Let's just have a look at the junior for a minute. So junior is really for children, it's anyone from sort of 12 under, and this starts off very simple. So if you're a young child, or you have a young child learning, this is what you're going to be doing. You really want to work through a checklist, because a checklist keeps you clear about where you're going and what the goal is. So you can see there's 7 essential skills are here: picking chords, scales, arpeggios, strumming, reading, and oral. And then there's also some songs that they can learn: Smoke on the Water, very simple kid songs, Twinkle Twinkle Jingle Bells, Happy Birthday. These are tunes that they know. It's very important to use something they know. And as they complete that, they can tick each of the boxes knowing that they've done the skills. Now, it really helps to do this with a teacher. Of course, doing it without a teacher will be difficult, not impossible, but it's definitely better to use a teacher. Now, there's 7 junior levels altogether. As you move into the next level, it's the level 2 there, you can see. Again, it repeats the same. It's the skills, and then there's certain songs that you need to learn. And I'll just go right through there. You can see it goes right up to level 7. And then once they've completed those 7 levels, they can then move on to senior. But if you're a senior anyway, in other words, if you're not 12 or under, then you can start on the senior grading, and this is what this is all about. And it explains the grading and how it works there as well. So that's how it works. So we use checklists, and then we use the method itself, and that keeps you on track, and it works really well. Most methods don't have checklists. That's what they miss. That's what they lack. They simply show you what to do or give you certain skills to learn without actually having a clear goal in mind and a progressive goal. This has been developed over many, many years, so that's why it works so well. We've used it on thousands of students, and it's extremely successful. Just some added extras here, we also include this booklet here, which is called the Essential Picking, 20 Essential Picking Exercises, a whole bunch of picking exercises in that book that you can use. These are what we call the added downloads. There's an arpeggio one there, which has a whole bunch of arpeggios. Don't worry if you don't know what arpeggios are, because you will be learning what they are. Very important and very useful. Plus, there's a whole bunch of videos as well. There's 15 videos altogether. There's 3 per lesson. Each one goes for 10 minutes, a total of 150 minutes there of videos, which will take you, so if you're planning on teaching yourself or you're just getting started before you get a teacher, this will give you everything you need. Everything is explained step by step, and it's for all kinds of guitar playing, no matter whether you're playing acoustic, electric. It's really for the beginner. Once you've done this, then you can go on and do whatever you like. If you want to specialize in a particular style, that's where you go after this. So that's it. It's a complete method. We do sell it as a rule for $99, but sometimes we do run specials, so keep an eye out for those. But as a complete package and something that's been developed for over a very long period of time, and we're talking 27 odd years now of development, it's a method that we know covers all the areas, and for the price, it's incredible value. It's not like your typical method where it's written by someone who doesn't actually use it. We use this in our schools. We have teachers across the world who use this method, who endorse it. Teachers love it because it helps them to keep their students on track and keeps them on track as a teacher. So if you're serious about learning guitar and you really want to do it and make it easy for yourself, then the G4 guitar method really will solve all your problems. So on top of all that, once you purchase the method, you also get support. So we do things like you can email anytime, or you can join our Facebook group where you can ask questions and interact with other students. So it's really a complete method. It really covers everything. So hopefully that's answered all your questions. If you do have any questions about the method, please feel free to email me. Otherwise, I hope to see you on the other side of the purchase window, and all you need to do is click on the Buy Now button, and away you go. Thank you for your time.